Yeah, well, I've been judging now for pushing on 15 years. Started 2003, 2004, we're into 2018 now, so we're on 15 years. I'm the head judge for IDC, Irish Drift Championship, the British Drift Championship, Oman Drift Championship, and I'm doing Drift Masters this year as well. Oh, lots. James Dean would be the obvious one. Von Gittin, Ryan Turek, Chris Fosberg. We have the Shanahan brothers, Freddie Asbo. There's an endless list. Larry, every driver I think that's been around the planet has been to us at some stage for a competition. The key principle for me, everything hinges around line. You can have all the angle in the world and you can have all the speed and smoke you want, but if you're not on line, you're at nothing. So track design is all about line. If the track is designed and line is correct, car can complete the run. If the line is wrong, it's going to struggle. So that was the principle of how we judge. It's all about line. I think traditionally drift schools have kind of taught people how to drift. A couple of cones, you drift around cones, you maybe learn how to transition and stuff. All that stuff is grand, but unfortunately when you go into competition, you go out into the real world, the one thing that you haven't learned, which is so important, is line, because as I said earlier, you can drift, you can be a great drifter, but if you're not drifting in the right place on the track where we want you to drift, well, you're not going to score well. So it had to be hinged around line. So that was the principle from the very start. Okay. The key features are progression. So you're starting from very, very basics, but from very, very early, it's hinging again around line. The layout teaches you, how to you go from an outside clip to an inside clip, and you progress through the different levels. It gets more difficult. Of course, there's lots of techniques you need to learn too, like how to transition, how to go from feathering the throttle to full throttle area. So the layout has all of those elements in it that are going to test you and help you progress rapidly so you'll be ready for competition. Obviously, it'll vary from driver to driver. If you go through all 10 levels, to get to level 10, you're going to be very, very competent. You're going to be accurate. You're going to be able to use precision. You'll be able to put the car where you need to put it. In competition, there's an awful lot of drivers who actually are really good drifters and all that, but they don't really do well, especially in qualifying, because they don't have that accuracy. To be able to place a car exactly where it needs to be placed. So this academy is going to teach you those fundamentals. It's going to teach you how to be accurate while learning all the other factors that you need in order to be able to progress. But it's going to put you in a very good position in the competition. As to what level you go into will depend from country to country, but you'll be going in at a stage where you will have a big advantage over people who haven't done a similar course. It's like any skill. If you're learning a skill, you need practice. You can't just jump in the car and learn how to drift and be good straight away. You're going to have to practice. So repetition is a great thing. And with this course, you have to repeat what you're learning at the very start several times to get to the point. And when you're comfortable at that, then you progress on. But practice days are something that drivers need to consider doing in between. They need to be able to go out and apply the skills they're learning, because you need to get to a point where it becomes natural to you. You're not having to think about that transition. You're not having to think about where to apply the throttle. You need to have that as second nature, so you're no longer thinking about it. It becomes natural, and you only get that with practice. I don't see any point in somebody coming to a wide open area and just drifting around the place. You're learning nothing. You know, there has to be a target. There has to be that particular line where you have to place your car. So to go and practice in a wide open area, in my opinion, is pointless. You know, you need to be on a race circuit, or you need to be at an academy day where they actually lay a track out for you, and you're actually practicing on line and learning the skills that you need to advance. When I say it needs to be natural, you need to be at the point where you can actually run the course that you're learning on and be able to do it without having to think about it. And I think that's where you'll be comfortable, because then you can apply that to any circuit afterwards. You know that if you have to get an inside clip, you know how to do it. You know what you need to do, how much you have to feather the throttle, how much you have to throttle on to get through the transition and stuff. So I don't know, practice is important, but practice is everything. But it's only beneficial if it's in the right place. All good track layouts are designed around the line, and the line that the track is designed around is the line that encourages good twin drifting. As a judge, obviously in qualifying, you're scored on your line. It places you high up the bracket, depending on what you do. And if your line is poor, the truth is, if your line is poor, I don't want you competing, because I know I'm going to have bad battles. Because if you're off line, the guy behind you can't twin with you. So we need to get, it's kind of harsh, I suppose, but it is the goal is to take the people who are not on the correct line out of the equation, so we can have good battles. That's the ultimate goal. So